All right. Hello from North Carolina. This is Sarah's Kitchen. I have to announce also to YouTube, we are going to make angel cake, and we are so excited. I am so excited because, just something different. This angel cake is going to have some lemon in it. All you need is really egg white, half a cup of sugar, granulated sugar, half a cup of flour, and then half a cup of powder sugar, confection sugar, 6 egg whites, room temperature. So it has to be room temperature because when you whip it and you're going to add your flour, you're going to fold your flour in, it's going to collapse if it's cold because you're adding something room temperature to it. So thank you guys for watching. We're also live on Instagram. 6 egg whites. The key to getting your peaks perfectly is making sure you guys don't have any fat from the yolk in here. So when you crack your egg whites, be careful. I don't like, sometimes I do use store-bought egg whites, but they just don't work as well as regular self-cracked egg whites. So start going, and then what you're gonna need is a pinch of salt. Hi everyone, and I have people on YouTube coming in live. I finally got my computer to do the YouTube, and so this will be easier for me. If I can manage this, boy, we're gonna shoot those recipes out like that. Pinch of salt, you see this going? I can bring this a little bit more closer. There we go. My favorite tool in the kitchen is my KitchenAid. You guys know that by now. I use it all the time, and sometimes Giselle uses it for making slime. Pinch of salt in here. Just as soon as you start seeing the bubbles, angel cake, yes, angel cake, so really low in carb. And as soon as these start to bubble, you see the bubbles forming, we're gonna go a little faster, and we're gonna add our half a cup of confection sugar. Sorry. Just kind of slowly add it. This will become a meringue, essentially. This will become a meringue, and once it gets to, you guys see I was washing the dishes and my sleeve is wet. As soon as it gets to its soft peaks, that's when we are going to add the flour and the confection sugar. I'm going to cut my lemons. I have 2 organic lemons from my tree. Here's one. They have so much juice. So we're going to put about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice in there. Look at that, is already starting. I'm going to get a little bit more sugar in there. Add this in layers. And the reason you add it in layers is so it does get dissolved. It doesn't sit in the bottom. I'm cutting the lemons. And I'm going to bring some vanilla extract. You don't have to. You can add lemon zest if you want it to be really lemony. Tablespoon of vanilla. Everything's forming now slowly. You see that? I'm going to pop out these seeds. And I will just squeeze this lemon juice in here. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. That's going to be, my lemons are small. These are those Mexican limes, but my trees are yellow. My trees' limes are yellow. This is what they taste like, but you can put lemon. Two tablespoons, and I'm right about there with this one. All the things we can do with our lemons that we have, you guys know. And today I will make the limoncello. So many of you have asked me. After this live, I'm going to shut down and come back on YouTube and make the limoncello on another video just so we can tag it. This is ready. Voila. Look at that. Do you guys see that peak? Look at that beautiful peak. Look at that beautiful peak. Done. Oh my gosh. How simple is this? So last night, I want to tell you guys something. You're going to laugh. When I made the cake, my brain, it was off clearly. So I added butter to my pan. I sprayed it with my butter flour spray. You don't do that, ding dong, Sarah. You don't do that because the minute the egg white, just as I told you guys, don't get any yellow in there. And if you're wondering why you can't see me, here I am, but you can't because I have to stand up and do this. The minute the egg white hits fat, it collapses. That's why my first original angel cake that I made last night, it collapsed in the oven. All right, so here's your flour, and you're gonna sift this in. Definitely sift it in. So you grab these coarser pieces, otherwise they get in there and sit. And so I am going to sift in my powdered sugar now. I do half a cup. You could go up to 3/4 cup if you really want to. I do half a cup. Now wait, just like that, and fold. This is also look at that. Isn't that beautiful? All you're doing is folding. Now, yes, it will collapse a little bit. That's fine. This is the same process that you make those French macarons. Instead of adding flour, you add almond flour. And those are so popular, and those are one of my favorite things to make. It's just time consuming, and I have to really figure out how I'm going to manage doing it live and not having to worry about kids and picking up kids. Speaking of which, in an hour, I have to pick up my kids. Here's the other batch of sugar. Sift it in because, look, the sugar has chunks in there. You don't just dump it in there. Then you're going to ruin your egg white batter. There it is. We just fold. Just fold. And I kind of fold and twist my hand. So it just kind of flares out and does its thing. I have no idea. Years ago, I got obsessed with making macarons before anyone was making them. I promise you, before any bakery had it, I got obsessed with making macaron after I came back from Europe with the kids, and they loved it. And I thought, I've just got to figure this out, which is how I get obsessed with most of my recipes. Is the kids like something, I don't want to buy it store-bought, so I start experimenting. And I have to tell you, I'm giving you guys the confidence to know and kind of try these things on your own. But if you try a recipe, chances are you're gonna have to play with it a lot to make it your own. So a lot of times I get inspired. I have loads of magazines and cookbooks, loads, and that's how I get inspired. So many of you ask me, but this is my test kitchen. I encourage you, if you can, to test recipes on your own. But if you don't have time, you're a busy mom, as I am, and you're working, this is what I do for you guys. This is my kind of what I do. This is my work. And then I run around with kids all day. Now look how still this is, very firm. That's it, it's ready. Simple. So what I was saying is, feel free to test or take my word for it like everyone else has. And I can't tell you how many people constantly tell me, oh my God, that recipe was amazing. And then I encourage you, add your own twist to it if you have to. That was easy. I kind of cleaned up. This is the simplest cake. Again, now for macarons, hi everyone. For macarons, and they're not macaroons. Macaroons are with coconut and egg white. That's our version. I think it's our version. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. I don't get upset. But macaron doesn't have two O's. Macaron, French macaron, is with almond flour. It's such a delicate cookie. You have to pipe it out. You have to let it sit for 20 minutes. Then the top of it has to kind of become firm, which is what gives it those feet when it grows up. It doesn't become like fat. It doesn't spread. So it goes up. Oh my gosh, it's the most delicate, insanely gorgeous cookie as it cooks. And then it comes out of the oven and you bite into it and it's so soft. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. I promise you I'll make it. I think next week I will make macarons. I've decided. Look how beautiful this is. Now remember, your egg whites have to be room temperature. So I cracked, you know, my eggs they don't sit in the refrigerator. So you guys know that I have my own hens. And so my egg whites are room temperature. Though I did crack these last week when I was making custard. And so they've been sitting in the refrigerator. And you can save them as long as you like. Nothing goes wrong with them. So this morning I let them sit out. Now here's what it's gonna look like. Look how firm this is. Hi everyone, we're making angel cake. And I'm just gonna kind of even out the top. And I like my test kitchen because you guys got to see what happens if you add oil to your pan. It just collapses. And silly Sarah last night, late night baking, the kids went to sleep, and I wanted them to have angel cake for breakfast, and it collapsed, and I thought, you know what, it's too small. I wanted to add berries to it. I'll just give them bagel in the morning and scrambled eggs, and now I can make it for you guys live, and we'll have 2 cakes. There it is. See how high it's sitting? It's perfect. Don't wiggle it. Don't tap it. Just put it in the oven. I'm going to go in the oven at 325 to 350. Seriously, about, where I put my towel? About a half an hour. Keep an eye on it. You want it to become this color. This is the one that I made last night and it collapsed. It's still tasty. I kind of stole a piece from here just to test the sugar and I was happy with it. It's still yummy. It's going to work just fine. But let's put this in the oven and then we're going to make the berries, the whipped cream and berries. In the oven, 325. Let's check on it in about 25 minutes. And it goes. All right, so now we are going to make fresh whipped cream with berries. And that's gonna go in between this layer and that layer. If that layer doesn't collapse, which it better not, I'm just going to cut it in half and make 3 layers. How perfect would that be? We're gonna let this sit here. This is real kitchen. We're just gonna let that go in there and do its thing. Now for your real whipped cream, homemade, all you need is really good heavy whipping cream. And it has to be cold. So complete opposite of making the angel food, it has to be cold. And the more you whip it, the sooner the molecules just kind of hold on to each other. Kind of becomes like ice, I guess. Hello from South Jersey. We're live on YouTube also. And I'm here in case you're wondering. So let's make this. I'm going to bring my other jar because I obviously have 2 of these. You guys know that, right? I'm just that kook. Here we go. So Ara loves to hide these for me. Okay, here it is. Pop this in. La la la. There it goes. And all I gotta do is get my hand in there. Okay, guys, this is clean. YouTube's gonna have fun watching this. I know, I get you guys too. You guys ask me to type it out, and I swear to God, I need to find someone, like a student or something, to come sit and just type these out. Somebody asked me, why don't your kids do it? No, my teenagers are never gonna do that, let me tell you. I will pop this in the freezer for about a second because I just washed it in hot water just to get the stench of the egg white out. And as that's doing that, I'm going to bring half a cup of sugar. Granulated sugar, you can put powdered sugar also. So here's what I have to tell you guys. For the whipped cream, it's not full all the way. It has about half an inch lower. I don't want my whipped cream to be too sweet. Angel cake is kind of sweet to begin with. So I'm gonna go a little easy on that. And we're gonna add 2 cups of heavy cream. God, it's like butter. Oh my God, it's so good. Here we go. This is real kitchen, people. 2 cups of heavy cream. It's nice and thick. This is so simple. One, 2. My sister-in-law taught me this a million years ago when she used to make the roulade or roulette at home. And every time I make whipped cream, heavy cream, homemade whipped cream, I just remember being, I think I was 7 and making this with her. It's so interesting how certain things kind of take you right there, right where you start. There's a lot of recipes I've learned throughout the years through family, but that one just always takes me there. All right, my secret ingredient in my whipped cream is literally maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon. And I will measure it because God knows if I flip it over, the whole thing will come out. Rose water. Oh my God. But just 1/8, not vanilla. I like rose water in here. Literally maybe 3 drops. Oh my gosh. Did you see that? That was a lot. So thank God I brought a spoon. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Put the rest back. Just a hint. I don't want to add vanilla to this. Then it's just too many layers of vanilla and it kind of becomes bland. This is also my secret ingredient when I'm making my 100-layer cake. Everybody eats it and says, oh my Lord, what is that? Okay, this was in the freezer. Hello from Cyprus. Good Friday morning from Sydney. It's Thursday here, but of course Sydney is Friday. Voila! Now you just let this go and do its thing. The other thing, if you have a handheld mixer, hi, hello, yes, Rosewater. Hi from Ireland. Everyone's joining. Hello, everybody. Welcome. So the other thing with whipping your own whipped cream is you want the motion. This is what my sister-in-law told me, and that's how I do it when I'm doing handheld, and this is what this is doing. You continue the same motion. You don't go this way and then back. You're just going to change the molecules, the movements. Hello from Africa and Toronto. I love you guys. Welcome. YouTube is also here with us live. So if I do a lot of socializing, those people are all of you that are going to go back from go back to YouTube to check out the video, you're going to want to pull your hair out because it's live. It's not edited. Live people, live kitchen. So this is going to cook, and we're going to layer it with our angel cake. I don't know why I keep doing that. Angel cake. We're going to add fresh berries to this. Hello from Ireland. And this will be yummy, yummy, yummy. Now, once this is done, I'm going to end YouTube, and I can chit-chat with Instagram people, and then we will show them how we assemble it. But this is starting to come together. I have made big batches of whipped cream where I've made 4 cups. It takes much longer. You've got to just let it do its thing. This is already becoming nice and firm. You don't want it to be too firm because then you're cutting it and it's becoming butter. The churning process. So keep an eye on it. Stand over it. You see it forming on top. I will show you guys. I don't want to stop this. Oh my gosh, I love my Instagram is telling me that they made the 100-layer cake and it was a hit. It's amazing. It is time consuming, but it's amazing. All right, this is done. I should have timed it. Oh my gosh, look at that. Woo, I really should have timed it. Look at that. Oh, it's going to fall right in my hand, and I will eat that. There it is. There's whipped cream. I think there. The sun is glaring. Look at that beautiful whipped cream. Oh my God. I am obsessed with butter, cheese, dairy, and my body is aging on me in the way that my mid 40s, stepping into towards my end 40s, it doesn't like dairy, but I will not give into it. I will cut it down, but I will not give into it. So here's what's going to happen. We're going to add some berries to this, fold it in. Right now, though, I will put this in the refrigerator till the cake is ready and let this sit because the cake has to come out and cool off. And then, oh my God, this is heaven. And then I'm going to add the berries to it and show you guys how to make it. Thank you for joining me. Let's end YouTube. And then I can